All right, here we are ready to go again. You know, just recently I was doing a demonstration in a mall, and I had a man come to me and he said, "Bob, I can never paint because I'm colorblind. All I can see is gray tones." So I thought today we'd do a picture in gray just to show you that anyone can paint. So, what I've done here, I've mixed up a great big batch of blue and brown, probably about 1/3 blue to 2/3 brown to give you a rough idea of what the mixture is here. And all we'll use is this gray color and white. I have the other colors on my palette only because I was too lazy to clean my palette before we started this. So I've already applied some magic white to the canvas to help speed things up a little bit. So let's take the almighty brush here, and we'll take a little bit of this gray color out, beat it into the bristles, really work it into the bristles. And let's start with an almighty sky here. Just let it work around and play, and great big things happening here. Just let them fall right out of your brush. Keep that brush moving. Circular patterns. Just let it play. Maybe we'll put a little bit more paint. Maybe we'll come right over in here. There we go. Just let that work. We'll have a light source right in here. I'll have some light coming through there. Maybe we'll do some almighty mountains today. We haven't done mountains in the past couple of weeks, so I think it's time. Now we'll clean the brush. There we are. Shake off the excess paint thinner. And there we go. Okay, now gentle swirling motions here. We're going to begin blending the sky together. Very gentle. Just let it work. Let it play. Let these little things just fall around, fly around, have fun. There. And let's begin pulling them like this, just to give an indication of light slipping through there. There we go. Now, we'll work on this one a little. Just let that brush continually go in circles. That's probably the biggest suggestion I can give you that will help you. Let it continually go in circles. Otherwise, it'll look like it's raining up. And we don't want that to happen. Okay, now we're just gently blending it together a little. Okay, now take the fan brush, and I'm going to take a little bit of this gray color on the fan brush. Very, very little color. Very little color. And let's put a few little happy clouds in here that are a little bit more distinct, and that'll push everything else back. Once again, circular pattern. Always try to do this in little circles. There we go. And just let these little clouds float around the sky. Okay, now we'll take the big brush and very gently blend out the back of it. There we go. We'll fluff it up a little bit and then blend it together. Maybe a little more gray, and we'll put another little cloud just right in here. There we are. Just let him float around. Fluff him up, blend him in. Okay. And that gives us a pretty nice little sky. And I thought today we'd do some fantastic mountains. Everybody enjoys mountains. So let's start here, and we'll just use this same gray mixture, just blue and brown. And let's go right over here and drop in a fantastic big old mountain. Oh, there he comes. Just let him wander around there. Very little paint. We take off all the excess paint. Scrape that canvas hard. All you want to remain on there is the value, what's been pushed into the canvas. Now with the large brush, we'll pull that down. There we go. Already we begin to have a basic mountain shape. Okay. Alrighty, now we'll highlight that mountain. Here, I'll take some white, just titanium white. Let's have our light coming from the right, so we'll put a little highlight, oh, maybe right there. There we go. Maybe a little touch right up in here somewhere. And then light's going to strike right along this edge. There. Now for the shadow color, since we have nothing else, we'll just take a little gray and white, make it a little bit darker than what we have up there for the highlight, but a little lighter than the darkest color on there. So somewhere in between. Now, very gently, we'll begin pulling shadows in here. Follow the contour of the mountain. Shoo. There you go. There it comes. Just let that old paint break as it pulls down there. Okay, a little bit over here. I think we've mentioned this before, but you need to have a very, very firm paint to do this. If you have a thin, oily paint, you're really going to get into some problem areas because you'll become a mud mixer. You need a paint that's strong, firm, dry. Okay, we'll give this one a little shadow right there. So he stands out as an individual. Okay. Just bring this on down. Let your imagination just wander around when you're doing these things. Now, with a clean, dry brush, we'll just lay some mist down here by tapping. Just tap the bottom of it. Over here, follow these angles and tap. Then lift upward, always following the angles that you built into your mountains. Mountains are so simple, they're hard. Okay, that gives us a nice, quick little basic mountain. Let's put one on the other side. Might as well have some good practice here. Let's come right up here. Oh, well, almighty mountain. There he comes. And just let him wander right on down here in front. Now, this one I want to be a little darker in value than the one I have behind, so it looks closer. So I'm applying a little more color than I did on the first one. Okay, and we'll blend this one down. But I'm not blending it as much, once again. There we go. All right, clean the paint off the brush here. I probably just bought a studio. Okay, now we'll put some snow on this mountain. Touch, follow the contour of the mountain. There we go. Mountains used to really give me a fit when I was a traditional painter. Oh, I've spent weeks sometime working with a little brush trying to make all these things happen. Fantastic. You can make whole mountains in minutes. And you can do it. There's no big secret to it. All you need is a dream in your heart. And an almighty knife. Okay. Now, make a little more of the shadow color. And we'll throw some shadows in here and move right along. Maybe a touch darker. There we go. That's what we're looking for. We'll put a little shadow right in there. A little shadow here. Ah, there's one. There he is. There. There we go. See how easy it is to give dimension to these mountains? It's all a game of angles. Just a game of angles. Mountains are geometric shapes. Play with the angles. Okay, maybe we'll bring this down just a touch further here. Okay. Now we'll gently tap on these a little just to diffuse them. Don't want to destroy, just diffuse. There we go. While I got this brush dirty, I think we'll put some water in here. Maybe we'll have water in this one. There we go. Just pull from the outside in and try to keep these lines level so your water doesn't look like it's running off the canvas. And you have to tie a bucket on one end to catch it. There we are. Okay. Well, since I own the studio, I can do that now. Now I'm going to use the 1-inch brush, and I'm just going to gently lift up. This is just a clean brush. Just lift up. Make it look like little things way back in the distance back here. Far, far away. There we go. Just lifting upward, little short strokes. Don't let the strokes get too large. There we. All right. Just here and there. And maybe there's some little evergreens back here. And we'll make some with a fan brush, and maybe we'll make some with a palette knife today. That's a little bit different. All right, let's just drop a little evergreen right here. And I'm using a color that's very, very close to the background mountains. So they look far, far away. Give him a friend. We forget the trees get lonely too. Okay, now as you make trees that in your mind are a little bit closer to you, allow them to get a little darker, a little bit darker. And maybe there's one, there he is, right there. Now he's closer, so we want him darker. There we go. And we'll lay some color right there. And we'll just gently lift up, just to make all kind of little things happen. Since this is a wet-on-wet technique, you can move the paint. It'll slide. The magic white underneath makes it wet and slick. And it'll just slide and move. And all you have to do is learn to control it a little. Okay. Tick, tick. Now, let's put a little bit of reflection into the water. I've taken a little bit of the tree color, and I'm just going to gently pull down, straight down. Most important that it comes straight down. And maybe we'll make an uneven one here so all kind of little things can happen. Now, after you've pulled it down, very gently go across, just enough to give it a watery feel. It's easy to destroy. And look at that already. Let's take a little bit of the magic white mixed with a little bit of firm white. I want to paint this a little bit thinner. There we go. Now, cut through it. And let's put some happy little water lines back here. Now, watch right in here, and we'll create a little cove. Just that easy. But all these lines need to be basically straight, or once again, your water will run right out of the painting. Okay, we'll just let him run right on around the corner here. Just like so. Okay. Let's make some happy little evergreen trees, and promise today we'd make them a little bit different than we have in the past. We'll make them with the almighty palette knife here. Okay, decide basically where you want a tree, right there. Now, we're going to load just a tiny bit of paint right on the point of the knife and touch. And we just begin touching. We're not trying to draw with this knife. All we're doing is laying paint on the canvas. We touch the canvas takes what it wants, gives you back what's left. Okay, just let this tree work right out of your knife here. And we're still using nothing but blue and the Van Dyke brown. Prussian blue, Van Dyke brown. And there's a little tree. Maybe right there's another one. I just want to do enough of these to show you how to do them. And when you do your painting at home, you determine how many trees live in your forest. There we go. See there? A lot of paint though. And what's really nice, when this painting dries, these trees are very thick, you can feel the texture. All right. Maybe over here, maybe a great big tree, maybe one that, maybe he's tired. Like that. But once you do that, you're committed. You got to put a tree there now. Okay, so there we go. A lot of paint. Okay. And hum along as you paint. Just let it flow off your knife. La la la, and all that kind of good stuff. Okay. A lot of paint, a lot of paint. Thick trees, strong, almighty trees. Okay, we'll give them a little trunk indication just by cutting through. Right over here, up here, just a little indication. Maybe some little stems here and there. Okay. Now, if we want to highlight these trees, maybe lay a little bit of snow on them. We need a shadow side and a highlight side. So I'll just use the same basic shadow colors I used on the mountain. Maybe a little touch darker. There we go. All right, now very gently, just touch so the paint grabs on those high points. Just barely touch, like so. Put the shadow in first. Let's go over here. There it comes. Just barely touch. There it is. Okay, now for the other side, maybe there's some snow laying on these trees. We take a little bit of white, titanium white, and very gently, once again, just a little, let it touch, catch the high points. Don't want to kill all that beautiful dark color. Okay, let's do it over here. Little tiny bit. Okay, there we go. Like so. Now, while we got this dark paint going here, let's just lay a little bit right under here. Okay. There. Now, we'll take a 1-inch brush. And back to one of our golden rules. It takes dark in order to show light. So we'll take a dark color on the 1-inch brush here. And we'll throw in some little bushes. These are just the shadows for the bushes. Something like so. And over here, maybe some bigger trees. Always try to remember to do the thing that's farthest away first. Like in my mind, this tree's behind these bushes, so you need to do him first, and then come forward. Okay, now that we have dark, we can begin worrying about the light. Let's pull this down right here and turn it into a happy little reflection. Zip, that easy. Okay, now we use a 1-inch brush with a little magic white and a little firm white mixed together. We're looking for a paint that's slightly thinner than what's on the canvas already so it'll stick. Maybe a touch more magic. There we are. Okay, now push off all these beautiful little leaves. Just let them hit. Sparkle in the sun. And at the same time, you can reflect them right into the water. That easy. There comes one right here. There. There they are. Look at them little rascals. Isn't that unreal that you can do that in such a quick stroke? Now, very gently, whisper light. Don't want to destroy, just want to diffuse a little. And that's how we make mirror reflections. Okay. Now let's take a little bit of the white and put some snow down here on the ground. Ooh, there we are. Okay, a little of the thin white, and we'll make a little water line underneath it. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, now we can take and just cut a few little sticks here and there. Just like so. There we are. Okay, now we got to worry about the other side. That one's looking good. A little more of the thin white mixed with the thicker white so it'll stick. And we'll put some happy little bushes right along here. Look at them little rascals sparkle in the sun. This is a cold painting. The blue in it makes it so cold. Okay, we'll put a few little stems in these. You know, this reminds me of my home in Alaska. We see a lot of scenes like this. And I've always wanted to live in a beautiful mountain range like this. So let's build a house. We've got to have a house. We'll make the back eave of the house first. Just like so. Then we'll make the other side of the house with just white. Let it run right down the canvas. There he is. Just like so. And a little more of the dark color to fill him in the front. And let a little bit of that white get on your knife just to give it a little tonal values here and there. That side should be good and dark. Let's give him a door. He needs a door. There we go. A little touch of the magic white to outline it. Maybe this is an old slab cabin, so we can just put some boards in here. And we need some snow on the other side of the roof. Can't have just one side with snow on it. We need snow on both sides. There. Okay. Now we need some snow on the ground. So we just touch. And snow is a game of angles like mountains are. It's most important that you follow the lay of the land when you're laying your snow in. Just let it go in the direction the land flows. There we are. Now let's push this little house back up into the bushes a little more. I'll take a little of the dark color and we'll put a happy little bush right here. And then some of the light color. And just throw some highlights on that bush, like so. And maybe a little bush lives right there. Ah, there we go. Super. All right. Maybe just to play a little here, let's throw a little tree right up through here. There. Okay. And we'll put a little highlight on him. Now I'm going to use the liner brush and some thin oil, and I'll thin some of this down and we'll throw some happy little limbs out here on this tree. Just let them run along. Wherever you think they ought to be. And you can use paint thinner to thin this paint down. I prefer oil because it's slicker. It moves easier. There we go. go. Maybe one more right there. And we just let him go. A few little sticks down here at the bottom. I think we just about have a finished picture. A little bit of oil here, and we're going to sign him in red. We're going to cheat. And we'll throw a little signature on there. This is a fantastic painting because it uses only gray and white. I'd like to show you a variation of this, and it uses only burnt umber and white. So maybe we can get the camera to swing over to that, and we'll take a look at it and show you what you can do with other colors. And there's really no limit to what color. Any color will work as long as you use the basic method. So, on behalf of all of us here, you have a super day.